Hello, good evening, and welcome to Hockey with Ice and another Swedish Hockey League live stream. As always, it's been a bit chaotic setting everything up, so I'm just double checking that it has actually gone live because it's gone a bit weird. There we go, we are live, that's good news. So it is the first round of the quarter-finals today in the Swedish Hockey League. 2 games on the go. Växjö against Luleå, Färjestad against Rögle, and it is just starting the third period in Växjö against Luleå. It's been a busy day for me today, so I thought, well, I'll start in... Oh, and there's just been a goal just as I look up. Luleå have equalised 2-2. Wow, right out of nowhere. We are starting with a bang here, everybody. Luleå have just equalised 1 minute into... Oops, not 3, that's 2. 1 minute into the period. And they have got on the board, it is number 67. That man, Linus Ömark. He was being held up in the corner. Was trying to draw a penalty. Good first stick. Oh, how has that gone in? Good. Oh, it's Pontus. I think it's Pontus Andreasen, actually, his line mate. Just looking up afterwards, it hit his skate. He sort of slipped over and he flicked it in. Strange way to get an equaliser, but there we go. Drama right from the off. I barely could get my words in there. So, just starting the third period in Växjö against Luleå. So it was 2-1. Noah Östlund had given Växjö a 2-1 lead. But just here, wow, what a start to the period. Yeah, it is. Pontus Andreasen, he put that one home. So it's now 2-2 for Luleå. So game 1 of the best of 7 game series. And that's really brought this to the fore because the shocking game so far from the evening has come in Karlstad. That's one I was mainly watching up to this point. My team Rögle taking on Färjestad. Färjestad took a 1-0 lead. The regular season league winners, and you would expect very much the favourites for that series. But Rögle hit back with 5 goals in the second period. Incredible period. I wouldn't be surprised if Färjestad goalie Carl Lindboom gets pulled. Or a couple of them by Lena Sandin right at the end, where maybe Lindboom might have done a bit better, so Max Lagasse might come in for him. But we'll see. I'm going to try and bring it up on my iPad. But yeah, lots going on. And thought I would watch along the second period, or the third period, sorry. Ooh, and there's almost a chance there for Växjö. Yeah, this is going to heat up here. So just checking what's going on in Karlstad. The team still haven't come out on the ice yet for the third period. So we're 2 minutes in to the third between Växjö and Luleå. Already had a goal in this period. And it is going to be exciting. It could be a long way back. Well, it is a long way back for Färjestad in that game. But we'll see. Hopefully Rögle can hold on from my point of view. But Växjö against Luleå. Which way is this one going to go? We had drama last night in the relegation playoff between Hårve and Oskarshamn. Hårve winning, getting an equaliser 2-2 near the end of the game, and then winning in overtime. So you're up 2-1 in that series. That will resume tomorrow on Friday evening. But before then, Luleå is swarming in the Växjö end. But Växjö are able to bring it clear. It's going to be a 2-on-2. Looks like Marcus... No, Emil Silvergård. So laid it off. It's going to be a shot on net. Good save. Carly Kossela, points king. World Count's going to Switzerland this summer. Can't remember which team. We're rumours were where he was going, but he is likely to be heading to Switzerland to play in the National League there next season. But it is all going off. Righty. So let's check that. Yep, that's all going on. And Växjö scored. I just looked down for 1 second and Växjö have taken a 3-1 lead. Wow, it's all kicking off. It's all going. It is all go. What a night of action we're having already. And there's still time to go. So Luleå had got back in it to equalise, but now it is Manuel Ågren with his second goal of the game. He got the opener in this one, and now he scored his second of the night to regain the lead for Växjö. The puck came in behind. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Luleå were wanting a penalty a little earlier on. But it's down the other end of the ice. Carly Costa pushes it through to Ågren, and he puts it home. So the points king, Carly Costa, gets another assist there. Potentially, Lassinantti, the Luleå goalkeeper, may have done a bit better. It beat him on the near post, near side. You'd always prefer not to do that. But there we are, 3-2. 3-2, wow. I did have some goal graphics, or some goal images to put up there, but I've not got around to adding them. I was going to do them early in this third period, and it's all been all action. We've already had 2 goals in less than 4 minutes, so we'll see if I can get to that now. Oof. Where are we? I can go. Rosien just on the ice there. They given a penalty? Ooh. It was a Luleå player claiming he'd got one in the face. Not sure. The Växjö fans are not impressed with that. And it is a power play for Luleå. So Luleå having an opportunity to get right back on level terms. It's a high sticking call against Robert Rosien. Okay, there we are. I think we're there. We'll see. We'll see when a goal goes in whether I can get myself together. Okay. So, oh, and it's in! Look at this. Every time I look up, there's another goal. Luleå have got an equaliser. So, let me, hang on a minute. Let me go. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Boom! There we are. Oh, this is all too much. 3-3. What a start to this period we're having. 3 goals in less than 5 minutes. And we have got some glorious action on the go here. It is number 67, Linus Ömark. I thought it was him first on the second goal, but it was Pontus Andreasen. But this time it is Ömark. He gets a nice pass to him. They're on the power play. Oh, no, it's Tyrväinen who scored it. I think it was Ömark who passed it to him. There we go. Wow, 3-3. Drama like you wouldn't believe. Incredible stuff. I am loving this. I would apologise. I should have said earlier in the game that, you can join in on the chat. Ooh, I'm just running out of space here. Hello. On the chat. There we go. And that should come up. There we go. So we know the chat's working. That's good. So you can join in if you so wish. But yes, it was Tyrväinen who got the equaliser. It was Ömark who with the assist. So 3-3 in this one. 15 minutes to go in the third period. It's 5-1 to Rögle. They still haven't come out on the ice. I don't know. According to the footage I can see on my iPad, it's still showing that they've not come out on the ice yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. But this one, wow, going back and forth between Växjö and Luleå. All the lights have just come on at the Lufbergs Arena in Karlstad. So the teams between Färjestad and Rögle will be coming back on the ice and are actually coming back out on the ice right now. So that game is going to resume. Rögle 5-1 up in that one. And just looking through my notes. So the first goal, Joel Schellman cut out a pass from Exxon Jonsson. So Schellman passed it on to Edsel. Edsel put it back to Schellman, and Schellman rifled it past Refolk. It was a good chance for David Tomaszek a little bit earlier. which you could say from Christopher Riefolk, but that was 1-0. Rögle, to be honest, were the better team in that period, and there was a lot of talk going into the game. These teams, obviously Växjö and Färjestad, haven't played for over a week, or it's a week today, isn't it? No, just over a week since they last played, whereas Luleå and Rögle, having played in the round of 16 qualifying round, best of 3 series, have played recently. So the Växjö are trying, putting pressure on again. Shot comes in, gets blocked, in fact. Looked like it was going wide, but it got blocked, and now Luleå are coming back the other way. So yes, so the lower ranked teams in effect do have the slight advantage of having been a bit fresher, I guess. There's always that argument over whether how much rest is too much rest, whether that affects Färjestad and Växjö in this series, we'll see. But yeah, Rögle had a good first period outshots. Färjestad 10-3, even though they were trailing 1-0. But from there, wow. 2 goals from Dennis Everby, 2 from Sandin, 1 from Marbles. And as I predicted, Carl Lindbom has been pulled in that game after conceding 5 goals in the second period. I mentioned a couple of them, particularly the 2 from Linus Sandin at the end of the game, at the end of the period. You could potentially look at him and think, could have done a bit better on those. Easy to say from the outside, isn't it? But he has been pulled. Max, like I say, is in the net for the final 20 there in Karlstad. But here in this one between Växjö and Luleå, what a game. This is going back and forth, back and forth. Shots deflects up and over into the netting by Luleå. So it was Fredrik Allard who got the game started with a goal. Lovely touch on a pass from David Lilja to make it 1-0. Then 1-1 Växjö. Manuel Ågren deflecting in a shot. I think it was Carl Persson who had the shot. He's just showing the replays now, if you can hear the sound behind me. Växjö took a 2-1 lead fairly late on in the second period on the power play for Noah Östlund. But we've had 3 goals since then in the first 5 minutes of this period. So keeps on coming, keeps on going. And we have 12.5 minutes to go in the quarterfinal between, well, first game of the 7-game series, quarterfinal. Oh, and almost a chance there for Luleå. Wow. Nikola Pasic having the opportunity. Emil Lamy saved it well. Got down quick, and now Växjö coming the other way. No, it gets pushed back. Luleå can clear the zone. So I will concentrate on Växjö Luleå, because that's the close game, but have half an eye down here on my iPad on Färjestad Rögle. Dennis Everby, who scored 2 goals in that second period, has just been put in the naughty box. Just watching a replay. Yeah, he's gone in a bit there after the puck has gone. That's a bit stupid. Dennis the Menace being a bit naughty. So into the naughty box for him. Oh, and the officials are actually looking at it, so maybe they'll try and give Everby a little bit more than just the 2-minute minor, but we'll see. Exactly what Rögle didn't need in that game is to give Färjestad an incentive to get a goal and get right back in it. Just watching a replay. Yeah, I mean, it's a. I don't think it's that dangerous of a hit, but the puck has clearly gone. It's on Nyström, plays the puck, Everby lines him up. I don't know. He does leave his skates, actually. Does jump up a bit into it, and we know nowadays officials don't tend to like that. And Nyström is being looked at by the trainer on the Färjestad bench, so it's concerned for him. Meanwhile, in the Hockey Allsvenskan playoffs, there's been a goal. Brynäs have taken a 1-0 lead away to Nybro. Brynäs are 2-0 up in that series, and best of 7. You expect them to win that one. So it looks like they may be going up 3-0 in that series. Some drama in the games yesterday in the Hockey Allsvenskan. Some late goals there in overtime. Second period of overtime with one of them. It's interesting watching this. The officials are still looking at the Dennis Everby situation in the Rögle Färjestad game. And it is a good example of where slowing it down, it looks a bit more deliberate. They played it in full speed just a moment ago, and it didn't look as bad, basically. But the official has just come back on the ice. I haven't got the sound on, so I don't know what they're saying. They're saying it was an elbow. And the Färjestad fans are happy about that, so presumably he's been given a double minor. He looks like he's been given a 5 in game, actually. He has. It's going off. So, wow. 17 seconds into the third period. Rögle, at that incredible end to the second period, got 5 goals in the period to take a 5-1 lead, but 17 seconds in to the third, Dennis Everby has got a 5 in game. So, can Färjestad mount a comeback? I can see the fans, the home fans are on their feet about this. They see the potential to come back now. Stupid play by Dennis Everby. I mean, I know he's an aggressive player and you want to see that in the forecheck, but so the last thing you need to do is give your 5-1 up, your 4 goals to the good. Just play a solid third period. There's no need to be doing stuff like that and risking the officials chucking you out of the game. So, we'll keep an eye on that one. Rögle's penalty kill was very good during the regular season. I think it was 4th best. Look at my notes. Yes, it was 81.3%. So, pretty good on the penalty kill, but it's a 5-minute penalty. Of course, there's a potential opportunity there for 2 goals then. And that could be a turnaround. It's 3-3, Växjö and Luleå still. And just having a replay here of a couple of earlier opportunities. A lot has gone on in the past couple of minutes in this one. But there have been plenty going on at the start of the period, so not complaining about that. Växjö have handed out orange t-shirts to everyone. They've put them on the seats, and it is a bit weird actually. Down as we're watching on TV, the right end, so not where the kind of the hardcore of the fans on the left end sit, but down the other end of the ice. There are a surprising number of seats. I mean, it's still pretty full. There are quite a lot of seats, considering it's a big game. I don't know. Maybe you guys know what the story is there for Växjö. They've obviously had success recently, reigning champions. Maybe they're a bit take a quarter-final match-up for granted. I don't know. But I thought there's a decent crowd there. I'm not saying that, but it's certainly not a sellout, which surprises me. But there we are. Trying to keep an eye on everything here on the stream, on 2 games. Tomášek, had an opportunity there, but now Rögle are coming short-handed, and there's almost an opportunity for Linus Sandin to complete his hat-trick. The puck didn't get across to him, but it's going to kill off another few seconds as they keep the puck down the other end of the ice. So we're coming up to 2 minutes 30, halfway through the 5-minute major penalty. Can go two ways this, of course, because if Rögle can kill off the penalty, get 5 minutes gone without giving away a goal, that really swings it back to Rögle, doesn't it? So interesting to see how that one plays out. They've got just over 2 minutes left on the power play there of Färjestad. So that's number 1 consideration, get through the first 3 minutes for Rögle, and they have done that. So Rögle have done well there. It's a shot on net. Goes past the post for Färjestad. Meanwhile, it's a shot on net by Växjö. Well dealt with by Lassananti. Snapshot, we've got just over 6 minutes to go in this game in regulation time. Anyway, because it's 3-3 here, could be going to overtime. It's interesting how these things can go. There's, in terms of on the clock, so Växjö and Luleå is 5 minutes 45 to go. Färjestad and Rögle is 15 minutes 50 to go, and they both started at the same time. So that's how these things can go sometimes, isn't it? Guess we did have that today just now with the Dennis Everby check. Both teams attacking. Which way do you look? Minute left on the power play for Färjestad. Meanwhile, Växjö hitting one in from the blue line. Big opportunity for Victor Edsel for Färjestad, but he's stoned by Rifolk. And then Liam Bixel, the Dallas Stars prospect, was giving him a bit of a shove. Meanwhile, Luleå against Växjö. There's a Luleå player down on the ice. Oh, and that's... Oh, yeah, he took one, blocked the shot. Took one for the team there. That will be painful. That looks like Marcus Hardegård. It was. Ooh, nasty. Just got a tap from his goalie just to say thank you. I will say there was someone, I think it was the Växjö game. Have a look through my notes. Oh no, it was the Färjestad Rögle game. Oh dear, just to say Hardegård is really in a lot of pain. He's been helped off the ice. Ooh, he is in a lot of pain, sat there on the bench. He's on the bench, he's not being taken down the tunnel. So an impact one, hopefully nothing worse than that, but yeah, I'll just make it any less right now, does it? In Färjestad Rögle, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, there we are. Rögle have killed off a 5-minute major penalty. What a moment in that game. There's still 14 minutes 30 to go in the third period there. But Rögle retain their 5-1 lead. Kill off a 5-minute penalty. Of course, that can still come back to bite them as a shot on net. Rifolk does well to hold on to that. Whilst Lassananti saves one for Luleå. But yeah, even though they've killed that penalty, they've still had to use up a lot of energy to kill it off. So I'm glad they've got that 4-goal cushion. And here's an opportunity for Växjö. Is it in? Yes, it is. It looks like it's in. They're trying to have a fight rather than celebrate, but it has gone in. The crowd are celebrating. Växjö have scored. It is 4-3 Växjö. It is Robert Rosén who has put that one away. The coach is not happy, Thomas Berglund. Not sure why. Lovely little pass into him from Manuel Ågren. Robert Rosén tucks it home. It was just a bit of afters, but that was after the puck had gone in. Växjö regained the lead, 4-3. Is that the killer goal? We shall see. But there we are, 4-3, 4 minutes 20 to go. Do Luleå have it in them to come back again? Växjö 23 shots on target. Luleå 18. Exciting evening of hockey here in the Swedish Hockey League. Gotta love it. So we're coming up to 13 minutes to go in the other game between Färjestad and Rögle. Thomas Berglund chivying his troops along, trying to rally them as we finish the power break in the game between Växjö and Luleå. They're drawing up some plays on the bench. Liam Bixell is down on the ice for Rögle, struggling to get back to his feet. I'm assuming from that it was a block shot, but I didn't see it, so I'm going to keep an eye on that because he is hobbling off. Yeah, he is hobbling off the ice. I think it's his... Oh, he's got a smile on his face. I think it was a block shot. Let's have a look. Oh, no, he just slipped over. Oh, he lost the steal. That's what happened. That's why he was struggling to get up and off the ice. It wasn't an injury. Oh, well, that's good news. That's why he was smiling. A little bit embarrassing, trying to off the ice. It can't be helped. So where things now, they have those pop-in steels, pop-in blades on their skates. It can come out. He's just fitting a new one for him on the bench. I'm glad it's that rather than an injury, of course. So 12.5 minutes to go in that one between Färjestad and Rögle. Växjö and Luleå. Well, there's a Luleå fan waving a flag, but it's the Växjö fans who are jumping up and down in their orange t-shirts that were handed out before the game. Do Luleå have one more push in them to take the game to overtime? There's 3.5 minutes to go in that one. A face-off at Växjö's end to the right of Emil Lamy in the Växjö net. It's Johanni Turovainen who is in the centre circle or the face-off circle for Luleå. I guess against Martin Lundberg. Fourth line centre for Växjö, yes it is. And he wins it, so good win in the defensive zone for Växjö. Able to get it clear. Puck goes up and over the glass. So, ooh, there was a big hit. Brady Ferguson having a good hit in Rögle Färjestad game. That was on, who was that on? Jeremy Grillo. So just showing a replay of Robert Rosian's currently what would be the game-winning goal. So Ågren and Silfgaard who got the assists on the goal. That was Marcus Silfgaard. Oh, big hit by Marcus Silfgaard. There are... Oh, Luleå were almost in. That was a mistake by the defender, Brendan Shinneman. Almost got on the end of that. The puck hopped over the stick of the Växjö defender. And now Thomas Berglund is calling for a timeout. Oh, and there's a goal. Färjestad have got one back, so it is Färjestad 2, Rögle 5. Still a long way back for them, but not necessarily out of it completely now. Let's see who it is. I think it's August Thunberg, but we'll see. Just watching the replay now. I wasn't watching it. I was seeing the timeout. Yes, it was August Thunberg. Came in. Good play. Johansson down the left. Fed it across. August Thunberg not really being picked up and he puts it home. So that's 5-2. Not quite over just yet. So 11 minutes 45 to go in that one. So just watching it, was that short-handed? It was short-handed. So a short-handed goal for Färjestad gets them one back. Wow, interesting. Okay, I'll try and concentrate on the other game for now because with 2 minutes 45 to go between Växjö and Luleå, Luleå have pulled their goalie, of course. after the timeout. So it's all to go now. They've got to keep hold of the puck. They almost lost it there, but they have got 6 on 5. Good shot on net by Rögle there from out wide. Simon Wieforsch. They've done a good job here. They've got the puck right deep in Luleå's zone, which is not where Luleå want it. There's 2 minutes to go. In fact, we've got it, and now there's going to be trouble because there's no goalie in the net. It comes in, and it's been put home. And that is game over, you suspect, in this one between Luleå and Växjö. Go up 5-3. Gustafsson gets the goal into the empty net. As bloody Sweet Caroline plays in the background. Hugo Gustafsson puts it home, and that's 5-2. So that's 5-3. Sorry. So yeah, that's probably that one done. 1:47 to go though. Luleå will push again. Assanati goes back into the net for Luleå. 90 seconds to go. Still 5-2 in the game between Rögle and Färjestad. Whilst Mora have taken a 4-1 lead over Oikor in the Hockeyallsvenska playoff, and there is an arm up in the game between Färjestad and Rögle. It looks like a Rögle player is going in the box, and it's not very clever by Lamb. I think it's Daniel Zaar, I think. Luleå have pulled their goalie again, of course. 50 seconds to go. They're just trying to run it down. It's been a good, well-contested game, this. They were really pushed at the start of the third period. They get back in it 3-2 and then 3-3. And there's a slashing call on Växjö. With 24 seconds to go. That's not going to really make any difference to anyone. Oh, sorry, slashing call against Luleå. So that's basically going to do it. Just watching the replay on it. Oh yeah, he got a bit annoyed. That was Erik Gustafsson for Luleå. So not Hugo Gustafsson. It's a full minute penalty, double minor, because it was a very... puck had gone away and he just whacked him one with a stick. But 10 seconds to go, that's not going to matter. Over Tomaszek, just going around the net in the other game. Okay, quick bit of housekeeping then. That is it between Växjö and Luleå. An exciting game, back and forth. Luleå really pushed for it in the start of the third period, but Växjö have held on, and they win it 5-3. Emil Lamy getting the congratulations from his teammates. Home crowd at Vida Arena in their orange t-shirts, enjoying themselves there. So, second place, Växjö have gone up 1-0 at home in the best of 7 series against Luleå. Good win for them. Luleå definitely put in a good effort and have shown that it will be a very competitive game in the series. Moving on. But that means we can turn our attention to one game, so we'll just turn that down and then bring that up on here because I had that going on my iPad. So let me bring that up. I won't be able to pull that sound through because there's commentary on this one. Ooh, as my notes go flying. But we will watch the final minutes. There's 8 minutes to go between Färjestad and Rögle. And see where this ends up. You would expect Färjestad to... Yeah, there's commentary on that one, I'm afraid, so I can't bring that in. Ooh, there's a rock in front of the Rögle net. The puck, is it covered up? No, they're playing on, and now the referee finally whistles it dead. There's still some pushing and shoving going on. Christopher Refolk having a chat to the officials there. And I'll show the replay of Linus Sundin. It's 2 goals at the end of the second period. Made such a difference. Dennis Everby with 2. Rodrigo Arbols with 1. Sundin, good finishes there. I know Carl Lindboom has paid the price as the Färjestad goalie pulled for the third period, but some good finishes there. Linus Sundin, he finished the season in really good form, didn't he? I think he had 5 goals in 5 games at one point. He's been turning it on. They've got the opportunity to nail this one down. So 8 minutes or so to go. Färjestad faithful are still cheering their team on. Although one of their fans there is waving a white flag, which I think was a green and white, part of a green and white display, but did look like he was surrendering a little bit. So we will see what happens here in the final 8 minutes of this one. And while we're doing that, I'll also talk about the games that are coming up tomorrow. I was just checking my microphone was on there. It was going a bit funny. There we go. Always good to check. So, yes, the other 2 quarterfinals start tomorrow. They start 7 p.m. Swedish time, so 6 p.m. here in the UK. Skellefteå against Linköping. That will be a good one. Oh, Rögle. Oh, almost had an opportunity there to seal the deal. But the big news coming out of that one is that Linköping's goaltender, Marcus Herby, is out. Well, I was going to say out injured. The translation, the Google Translate, said he was ill and that he wouldn't be playing in the quarterfinal series. Whether they mean ill or injured, and it's mistranslation. Oh, it's a huge hit into the bench there of a player. So we're not too sure what the situation is with Marcus Herby, but first and foremost, hope he gets well soon. But he is out for the quarterfinals, and losing a player of that calibre, a goaltender of that calibre, would be a blow for any team. But I think off the top of my head, he'd been involved, I think, in something like 41, maybe even something like 41 of the 52 regular season games he'd played. He obviously didn't start every single one, but he had started most of them. So, unsurprisingly, Linköping have gone out, and they've brought back someone who used to play for them, Hugo Horvelid. They've brought him in on loan from Djurgården. So, presumably, he will start. I don't know, but they've had to bring him in. But that's still a big blow. Marcus Herby is such a good goaltender, and to not have him at least for the quarterfinals is a concern, because Skellefteå are an exceptional team. And now Rögle have an opportunity. Daniel Zaar breaking through on the breakaway, finishes off, brilliant finish, slams it past Max Lagasse, and that is this one over. Any chance Färjestad have had of trying to get back in it has just been extinguished. Rögle score, make it 6-2. And what a turnaround this is. You know, this isn't what people were expecting. There were lots of people who thought Färjestad would blow Rögle away in this series. And, well, aren't Rögle showing something else here? 6 goals against a very good Färjestad team. Obviously, 104 points they got in the regular season, but they have been put to the sword by this Rögle team. Brilliant finish by Daniel Saar. On the breakaway, of course, Färjestad were putting throwing men forward, taking risks to try and get back in it. But there we are. So 8 goals in the game between Växjö and Luleå. 8 goals in the game between Färjestad and Rögle. Lots of goals flying in. That's what we like to see. Still 5.5 minutes to go in this one as well. So there could be more to come. And yeah, there could be plenty of goals in that Skellefteå and Linköping series, because without Marcus Herby, that is a concern. And Skellefteå very, very good at both ends of the ice. I do fancy Skellefteå may be the team to come through. I know Växjö and Färjestad finished above them, but I wouldn't be surprised if Skellefteå go a long way. We'll see how things go there. So that one starts at the Skellefteå Kraft Arena tomorrow. And then in the fourth quarter-final, it is Frölunda against Leksand. So that is at the Scandinavian. Starting off that series there. Just been taken. There was a Färjestad player who went to the bench and didn't look like he was in a great shape. I didn't quite see who it was, I'm afraid. So I'll try and catch up on that as I look across. But yes, Frölunda against Leksand. That's an interesting matchup. 2 very closely matched teams in the regular season. Leksand had a real dip, didn't they? Loads of losses in a row, but then they came back very strong to make sure they got in the top 6. So that will be an interesting series. Looking at the most recent game, they played each other twice in February. Frölunda won the first one 3-1 on the 1st of February, but then Leksand beat them 3-0 on the 29th of February. So, interesting stuff. Both lots of wins on the board going in to the playoffs. So, that's going to be an interesting series. Could go either way, that one. So, I'm looking forward to that. That's another one that starts 7 p.m. Swedish time, 6 p.m. UK time. And then half an hour later, it is the 4th game of the relegation series between Oskarshamn and HV71. So that's, yes, 7:30 p.m. Swedish time, 6:30 p.m. UK time at the Big E Hockey Centre. Oskarshamn were 2-1 up with about 3.5 minutes to go in game 3, which would have put them 2-1 up in the series. But HV with a late goal and then the overtime winner by Oskar Ståhl-Lirenäs gave them a 2-1 series win away from home. So Oskarshamn playing at home again tomorrow night. Desperate for a win in front of home crowd, because after that they go to Husqvarna Garden. I believe the 5th game is on Sunday off the top of my head. And of course, simple best of 7 maths for you there. If HV win tomorrow, they can win the series on the Sunday, and that would relegate Oskarshamn. So big stakes tomorrow. Oskarshamn, not absolutely vital that they win, but you feel if they don't, it's going to be very... Oh, blimey, there's some pushing and shoving going on here. 44 for Färjestad. That is Jonathan Andersson, who's just full-on shoved someone in the face. It looks like he's getting away with it. There's 3 minutes to go in this one, so I suspect the refs aren't too bothered about it, with Rögle being 4 goals to the good. But yeah, Oskarshamn, you do feel they have to win that one tomorrow. And that's going to make it an exciting evening, isn't it? 3 games. Whether I'll be able to live stream during that, I'm not sure. But we'll see how we go. I will be doing a live stream on a Saturday afternoon when these 2 matchups get going again. So that is 3:15 Swedish time, 2:15 UK time. So that will be, again, Växjö, Luleå, Färjestad, Rögle in the same venues. Feeder Arena for Växjö, Luftberg Arena in Karlstad for Färjestad. But we will see out to the final 3 minutes of this game between Färjestad and Rögle. I think the main thing here is you would hope that the players tried to now get a bit of a cool head. That's not what's happened in the past minute or so. There's been, that's not what I just said that. There's just been a huge collision. Yeah, that's not what you need. I mean, it's fun, right? That was 45 Victor Smeds, the youngster, 19-year-old, getting stuck in. He's the extra skater, so he's getting the opportunity to get some time on the ice with his team full goals up, and he's making good use of it by throwing himself about a bit. I guess you don't mind him doing that. You wouldn't want some of the more established players to potentially risk an injury or risk a suspension. We'll have to wait and see what happens to Dennis Everby coming out of this when he got a 5 in game for the elbow. I think I don't know. It didn't look, in real time, it didn't look quite as bad as it initially seemed. He did leave his feet, or it looked, when you watch it slow down, he left his feet and jumped, and he did catch him with his elbow. I'd need to look at it again. I think it feels to me like if he's going to get, he will probably get an extra game. But I think just one extra game as a penalty would be enough if they're going to give him extra. But we'll wait and see what the team, I forget what they call them now in Sweden, but what the disciplinary team decide on that one. That will be on the website, on the SHL website tomorrow, no doubt. 2 minutes to go. Färjestad trying to come forward. Again, there's some pushing and shoving. Victor Exel wins it. Shot on net. Almost push time. Good little play by Victor Exel. And again, there's a bit of afters after the whistle has gone. That shot was by Linus Johansson. He's been getting stuck in. The captain for Färjestad, which is what you expect from the captain, an experienced player. This game is gone, but he can still set the tone by laying a few markers down on some regular players, showing them straight from before they've even left the ice after this one that Färjestad will be pushing back hard, which is no less than you'd expect, but always good to send a reminder. As we come up to the last 90 seconds in this one. As that's icing against Rögle. A really interesting contest this between Färjestad and Rögle. You would still have to favour Färjestad. They have been clearly the best team, the better team of the two during the regular season, and one loss is one loss, right? In a best of 7, it doesn't put you under as much pressure as it does in a best of 3. But Rögle will get a lot of confidence from this win. To win the first game any which way would have given them a lot of confidence away from home. But to do it here, and to do it in a way they have, with that 5-goal blitz in the second period, and then holding on, killing off the 5-minute major penalty, then grabbing a 6th goal for Daniel Zaar to really put the icing on the cake. That's a Tonkin at this time of the year, right? At their place, away from home, 6-2 win against the regular season champions. That's a Tonkin. That's a good win for Rögle. And we know how much quality and how much experience Färjestad have. So there's no question that Thomas Vittel's team is going to come back all guns blazing on Saturday. But Rögle will be expecting that too. And yeah, they're playing with house money ultimately on Saturday. If you... it's a big hit. Oh, they're going at each other. Okay, they've all decided just to carry on the game. I think it was Henry Bowlby for Rögle who put a big hit on a Rögle player, Färjestad player there as we hit the final 15 seconds. Yeah, it's going to be a battle. Fair play to the Färjestad fans. They have stayed in their numbers and are still cheering their team on. They know there is a long way to go in this series. Rögle, 5 seconds to go. No, it gets picked up by Färjestad, who bring it clear. That is going to do it. And what a turnout. What a result. Christopher Riefolk, the Rögle goalie, celebrating with his teammates. And there's a contingent of away Rögle fans who are loving it in Karlstad right now. Färjestad 2, Rögle 6. A big upset for what people thought coming into this game. As I was talking about, it kind of lets them play with house money on Saturday. After the first 2 games away from home, if you can split them, you're very happy with that, and they've already done that. So, and they've done it convincingly and in style. So, big win for them to start off. We know they've had a really sketchy regular season, ups and downs. But part of the frustration for regular season is that they were a team who were expected to be much higher up in the table. And you see some of the talent they've got there. Rodrigo Arbols. That second line has been really good, in particular Simon Rifors, Daniel Zar, Albin Sundsvik, who's been moved up to that line. They've got talent. They can get hot. And it's going to be a battle, It's going to be a battle. And it's kind of perfect in some ways, and I say this as a Rögle supporter, obviously, but perfect for the series that Rögle have come out and won this first game. That really puts the pressure back on Färjestad after their incredible regular season, fantastic season with 104 points. Now they're under pressure. Now you've got to answer back. Let's see what you've got. And that's always fun to see when very good teams get put in that situation and really have to show themselves. So there we are. That is the end of the Swedish hockey for this evening. A nice little live stream to finish off the evening. I've had a great evening of hockey. Hope you've enjoyed it too. So Växjö winning 5-3 at home against Luleå. Färjestad losing 6-2 at home against Rögle. So back again tomorrow evening. As I mentioned, it's Skellefteå against Linköping and Frölunda against Leksand in the 2 other quarterfinals. First games of those at 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Sweden and Central European time, but also half an hour later, so 7:30 local time, 6:30 our time here in the UK, Oskarshamn against HV Hatiet. 4th game of that series, HV up 2-1. Oskarshamn desperate to win the 4th game to stay in that series and to make it 2-2 heading to Husqvarna Gardens on Sunday. But there we are. That is to come tomorrow, and we'll be back with these matchups on Saturday. But until then, I've got a bit of blog writing to do, so have a look out for that on hockeywithice.uk. But until then, thanks for joining me if you've been watching live or if you're watching back on repeat. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell at Hockey With Ice, and also at Hockey With Ice on Twitter and Instagram. And we'll be back very soon. Hope you enjoyed the evening just as much as I did. We'll do it again tomorrow evening on Friday.